who are now gone, but we cherish having known them, and you probably recognize a lot of the names, as many were from the Brantford area. I'm just going to tell you a little bit about some of them now, and as the afternoon goes on, I'm going to tell you about a few more. Albert Shallen. Albert played saxophone. He worked at the Brantford Expositor in the coffee room. He had his own band at one time called the Ronnie King Orchestra. He was the president of the Brantford Musicians Association for almost 40 years. Ernie Berry, he played saxophone with us. He taught at BCI High School. He previously had played with the Brantford Symphony, with the Memorial Concert Band, plus the Ted Pulowski Polka Band. Ernie was on our first recording in 1986. Alex Watson played saxophone. He was from Paris, Ontario. He was an accountant. He played in local bands and was on our first 3 recordings. Lloyd Peach played saxophone, clarinet, previously played in the Halifax Symphony and the Hamilton Philharmonic. He had a Dixie band around the Hamilton area, and he also was on our first recording. George Arnone, saxophone player from Hamilton, previously had his own band in the Hamilton area, which, after leaving our band, he was here with us for, I don't know, 4 or 5 years. Anyway, then he went back and resumed his own band that he'd had years ago. Maybe we inspired him, who knows. George was also on our first recording. Bill Wright, saxophone player, originally from Scotland in the UK. Not Ontario. But he came to Canada and had a music store with his twin brother Bob in Hamilton on Concession Street. Bill was with us for over 20 years. Roy Bewley. Roy was a saxophone player from Hamilton. Roy wrote a lot of music for our band. He was a fine jazz player who played with the Brand Inn with Gavin Morton and Harry Waller. And he also played around the Hamilton group with a group called the Washingtons. They played a lot of jazz. Roy was with our band over 20 years. And finally, Mark Such. Mark Such is from Brantford, Ontario. Mark was an amazing musician. He was a close associate of the band, but never a regular member. He played with us. He was on our second and third recordings. But Mark was the kind of guy who was never satisfied with the established music and music rules. He was always experimenting and trying to extend the accepted boundaries. Mark died far too young. Anyway, we're going to move right along now. I find my place in the program. The tune featuring our clarinet player, Chris Walton, called "You Turned the Tables on Me." One.